Hi, xin chào. My name's Nona. Welcome to my Vietnamese class. Let me introduce a little bit about myself. I've been teaching Vietnamese for foreigners for 2 years at SVFF Center. I live in Bình Thạnh district and I speak Southern accent, and I'm passionate about Southern accent training. And in today's introduction video, I want to give information to help you start your Vietnamese journey easier and to understand my teaching style, to see if I'm the teacher you're looking for. Okay, let's just get started. First, I want you to focus on 3 things. First is your level and your target. Second, to find the right learning material. And the third one, last but not least, we have to build up a study plan in order to get the result. Okay. First, if you know your level and your target, you will know how much time and effort you need to spend in order to get the result that you want. And you also know where you should focus. This is really important. Okay? About learning material. For the vast majority of my students, they prefer to learn conversational language. In simple words, they just want to be able to communicate with Vietnamese people fluently, be able to use the language in their daily life. Everybody wants the same thing, huh? They seems to have the same target. So I would highly recommend, and I always give my students the customized material, the material that fits them, that they can use the learning material into their daily life. And we're gonna talk about it in just a second. Now I really want to focus on study plan. Okay, study plan help you have the time table to know if you're going on the project or on the progress, or you out of the track. Okay, this is tracking progress. So we need study plan. Okay, let's say if you a Vietnamese learner, in general you will spend 3 hours per week, right? So let's say you need at least 72 hours, 80 hours in order to speak basic topics in Vietnamese. And these 60 hours, roughly 60 hours, will be divided into 3 periods of time. First, the first 1 month, you will focus on pronunciation to get the correct, clear pronunciation. The next 2 months, you will get the basic language information. I mean, it's the vocab that you need in order to express yourself, the grammar rule, how the sentence structured, because you needed to say things properly. Okay, and then in the last 3 months of this study plan, you need the whole time to intensely practice using what you learned in the last 2 months, to be able to speak fluently uh, with the right intonation, with the accuracy, and understand people. Okay, make it easier for people, Vietnamese people, to understand what you say. Okay, and this is two common mistake that almost every Vietnamese learner makes. Okay, that is, they didn't really focus on pronunciation at the very beginning time. So this is a big mistake, and you need to focus on pronunciation. It's really important. And Vietnamese pronunciation system is quite logical, so you don't need to worry. Just within 10 hours, 10 to 12 hours. So it's equal 1 month to 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 get Vietnamese pronunciation. And then the second common mistake is they use boring materials. I mean textbook. Textbook is good for the information, but it's a big difference. It's a big gap between the information in the textbook and the spoken language that people use in their daily life. Okay, so we're gonna to talk about the material, as I mentioned before, a little bit later. Okay, and this one is really important. I want to to make sure that in our Vietnamese lesson we work hard but have fun. It's not just work hard. I think I am a big believer on work hard doesn't have much uh, compared to smart work. Fun work always works better than just work hard. Okay, this one is the more concerning. I think this is the more important thing that to I need to make it clear. What is the right material for you? Okay, as I mentioned before, because I do have the recipe, okay, the tones recipe to have my Vietnamese learner overcome the nightmare tones. Okay, and then we also have the pronunciation system. Pronunciation rules is pretty logical and easy to to understand the rules. And then after that, with a little bit of effort and practice, you can pronounce every single word in Vietnamese. Okay, so just 10 hours for this, 10 to 12 hours. Okay, so it's the first 1 month for pronunciation, and don't worry about the tone or or Vietnamese, special letter like this. Just get into it, and then you understand what I said. Okay, and then where to find the right material, because it seems like you will never find something like this in a textbook, because textbook we use written language. We make sure everything well organized, and it's a little bit formal official language. Okay, and it's more about the information, the rule, the structure, grammar points, and the vocabulary is a little bit a variation of the vocab that we use in daily life, and the grammar points is a little bit different when we compare written language and spoken language. So where to find the right material? Everybody wants to have a interest an interesting conversation, and it sounds natural, right? So the material should be something like this. It's just something that you will find in Vietnamese daily life, even on the street. Huh? So so the material we can customize the material. We can create our own material. What what does that mean? It means if you live in Vietnam, you probably would deal with the situation you buy something on the street food vendor, huh? Very, very Saigonese. You want to say something. They ask you, what do you want to buy? Okay, I want to buy a cup of coffee. Okay, less sugar, blah, blah, blah. Explain your order. Okay, that small chat will be learning material. Why not? We build it up, we make it up, we make our own conversation. Uh, what I want to ask the lady, and what probably the lady will ask me, blah blah blah, and then like that we can continue our conversation. Really popular situation that you book a grab and you give the grab guy direction to where you are standing waiting for him, right? So Vietnamese grab guys, they don't speak English, so you have to speak Vietnamese in order to communicate with him. Okay, so just build up, or on the way to get to your destination, you can have a little chat with him, a small conversation with him about the weather, about his life. Say something and just made it up, and then we have our own material. Or if you move up, if you level up yourself to the next level, to let's say pre intermediate level, okay, where you want to express yourself uh, more seriously, or you have more the deeper conversation with your Vietnamese friends when you guys are hanging out. So we can develop the conversation. We pick a topic and then we build up our own conversation like our friends, and then we will write it down in Vietnamese, and then that is the good and fit material, and right material, really useful material, because after we learn, we practice that conversation, we can use in our daily life. Okay, it's really as simple as that. Okay, to the learning circle, they get the meaning, so they listen, and then what? They practice. So just only when you get the meaning, you start listen. Listen 5 to 10 times each sentence, and then practice, and then record yourself, and then send it to me, to the teacher. I listen and give you feedback, and then you review, and then you practice, record, and then do it again. Okay? After we do some freestyle material learning, right? I also have some exercise that well organized as well from textbook to give you information about how to learn vocabulary. Uh, like this, the exercise will be the text, and then you will understand the text and try to guess the meaning of the word that you have to fill in the blank, and then you fill it in, and then that is how you learn vocabulary. Always learn vocab within the text in the situation. Okay, and grammar practice. This one is the most interesting part of the journey. because I always challenge my students. I just give them half of a sentence, and the rest they need to complete the sentence with the conjunction word that I gave them. And yeah, you can guess how, you can imagine how creative the students are, because um, everybody is different, right? So they have their own ideas, or sometimes really interesting. They come up with a really funny way, just paraphrase um, the sentence in the such a way, such an interesting way. So I love it, and the student also like it. Mm. Okay, so they, by doing that, they understand the conjunction word, the linking word, connecting word, how to use it, and in which situations they should use it. So this way of learning is so natural, so natural that they learn and they understand the usage of the grammar points immediately. So it's not far from, the information that you learn and then the reality. This is something we call, you know you ask for you ask for the thinking process. uh, so in order to do this kind of exercise, you need to ask your brain to bring up all the information that you already learned, to help you find the way out to do this test. So this kind of like, you put every skill together, you put every language information together, and then they can explain themselves and help to finish the test. This is really interesting test and it's work. And then after, they have the extra exercise to learn vocabulary and grammar effectively, highlighted work, and then they have to analyze the test, and they have to record, do homework, they record, they analyze the test, they record, and they submit it, is do the homework section, and then they will get the feedback. They listen to the feedback, they practice, they see where they can improve, and then they review. This homework will help them improve their language skills significantly. After all of this, we build up a serious, clear study plan. We know where to focus, because we know what is your level, and we know what is your target. So we need to we have the better understanding about what we're gonna do and where we should focus. So the we and after we understand that, we we have the right materials to learn, and we have right methods to approach to, so to apply to our learning journey. So after all of this hard work and fun work at the same time, the results are positive thing, of course. They understand the language, and as they're learning, they understand the culture. And then after that, they confidently communicate with their Vietnamese friends, Vietnamese speakers, yeah, and then build up their own network, Vietnamese network. And finally, they learn something, but they enjoy the journey of learning. That is what I want to bring up, what I want to bring up to the table, what I want to offer. Okay, and that's it. That is what I want to say. I hope that this video will help you have the better understanding about how to start your Vietnamese journey and to make it easier but also more effective. And if you interested in having a lesson with me, yeah, this is my contact information. And one more time, my name's Nona, and thanks a lot for watching. Listen to my voice, and I hope that you get something useful already by watching this video. I hope to see you in my class. Um, any further information, you can contact me, and I I I hope you have a beautiful day. Okay, bye bye.